Hey you, so on this video, should you buy fractional gold coins? I'm going to be going over just that. Just give the benefits that I see of buying fractional gold coins and also some potential pitfalls that you may want to, steer clear of when it comes to buying fractional gold coins. So before we start off, if you like what you hear and you haven't done so already, please go ahead and subscribe. And also let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments of how you see fractional gold coins. We will be speaking about the added premiums that they come with, of course, and also, any pitfalls that you could see with fractional gold coins. So I'm going to start this one off just by going over what I can see as benefits. I've been asked a few times recently as to fractional gold coins, what type should one go against the other, or which one is the better pick. So hopefully I'll try to round it all up in this video and push it all out there, but I don't forget anything. So first off, I will say, and I'll start off, I'll give 4 or 5 benefits of fractional gold coins and also show off the ones I've got here on the background. So getting straight into this, I would say if you are going to be buying fractional gold coins, now it's been put out there, we all know that when you're looking at fractional, you're looking at a coin that you're going to be paying a lot more of a premium on over, say, 1 ounce. Now, I wouldn't exactly say it's because out there's a lot of people say it's all their budget can afford, but I'd put a slight correction to that. Let's not kid ourselves. If you can afford for instance, 1 gram gold coin, you technically can afford a 1 ounce gold coin. You just may not be willing to save the funds. If you can afford, I don't know, the $100 it is for a gram coin, depending on what coin it is, and then save over a few months, a couple of months, or however long it may take, for whichever reasons, we can kid ourselves, or we can just say, that coin, may it be a collector coin, is on sale now. You may think the spot price is going to jump up, or you just can't wait. A lot of times that could be part of the reason, but you could just be lying to yourself. But we'll just chalk it up to just needing it at the time. So not being able to afford a whole 1 ounce, because we all know buying 1 ounce when it comes to fractional is the best buy, because you're saving on a load of premiums. Once you accumulate, say if you're picking up 1/10 or something, you could have damn near bought 2 ounces, or maybe 1.5 ounces. So you could be saving yourself a lot of gold, or a lot of money that you could be putting towards more gold when you're looking at a whole ounce. But just putting that little small print out there before we jump into this, because there are benefits of buying fractional, and I'm going to go over the plus sides here, so not just focus on the negative points. So I'd say the first plus side when you're looking at fractional gold would be, especially if you're picking it up and it's going to be your only option that you're willing to go for, if we're remembering what I just mentioned, would be if you're going to be picking it up, it's always great when you can get fractional gold, when you come across fractional gold with the premiums of a 1 ounce gold piece. Meaning, you're getting it and it doesn't have the insane premium on it, be it 1 gram or 1/10 or whatever that may be. Dealers are more willing to normally do that when you're looking at a standard fractional gold piece, i.e. a standard BU, American Eagle, or a standard, Britannia piece. A dealer will be more inclined to say, okay, and maybe if you're purchasing a bit more with them, they would then give you the fractional piece at the price it would have cost when you add it all up to an ounce, at the same price of an ounce premium wise. That's always fantastic. That's the best of both worlds. I've said this on many videos when I'm referring to fractional gold pieces. So that's a definite benefit. If you're able to, hustle your way into a situation like that, or even haggle your way into a situation like that, regardless whether it's a collector coin or a standard government bullion minted one, or even a fractional in terms of junk or whatever, old money, that's a great deal you've got right there. So that's a definite benefit in terms of purchasing. Now, when looking at just fractional as a whole, one of the benefits I could see, if we're taking into account that we've already mentioned that, you can't afford a whole ounce, is that you're able to not tie too much up into one coin. That's another benefit of fractional. So it's the opposite of not being able to afford a 1 ounce coin. Somebody may not want to be putting that much money into a 1 ounce coin. Not to forget, when we're looking at an ounce of gold, wherever you are, you're going to be looking at $1,000, pounds plus. That's a lot of money, regardless of who you are. That's a lot of money we're talking into one coin. So somebody may not want to have that much of their money tied up in one coin. It could be their form of savings. They may only be going for 5 ounces or 4 ounces in general. So having that much tied up in one coin is a big deal for them. It just may not be your your game plan. So it is a benefit when you're able to then pick up, for instance, 10 ounce coins. Although you are taking premiums into account, if we all know what we know, looking at the recent rise in gold, if you would have purchased in the beginning of the year, you know, all it takes is a spot increase to absorb those premiums paid. So that is a most definite another benefit when you're looking at fractional gold coins, and that's just not tying up all of your funds into one coin. Not everybody wants to do that. Although it's the most logical approach for those in the know or those with funds, it just may not be. So I can most definitely see that as a benefit for anybody getting into fractional. Now, also, another benefit here as we try to focus in on this piece here is that you're able to get your gold on a budget. You know, once again, a lot of people state that they're purchasing silver because they're on a low budget and the likes of, but when you look at fractional gold, you're also able to apply the same theory because an ounce of gold costs a lot of money. So if you're not looking or don't have the means to be picking up a whole ounce, if you're on a budget, it gives you the ability to purchase gold on a small budget. Yes, as you can see in the background, I think the highest piece we've got here is a 1/4 ounce. It all does accumulate. We've got a lot of 1 ounces, 1 grams in the outer background there. So if you're on a budget, you don't want to be tying up all of your funds into one piece, then it helps you to being able to pick up gold on a budget. And that's what a lot of people on a budget do. You know, just because it's the main approach and everybody knows that, it doesn't mean it has to be your approach. If you're on a budget and you can't afford to take that approach, then it is what it is. You know, you got to do what works out best for you. And I'll state this now and again in the video, I'm not one that says, you know, buy what you like and like what you buy and all of that razzle dazzle, but something, when you're looking at something like this, when you're saving in the long run, I will always say, look, purchase whatever your pocket or your wallet or your budget's able to get you when referring to fractional gold coins. At least you're doing it. Worry about the premium side of things later, because if we all know what we know, gold is due to rise and those premiums will be absorbed just from an increase in spot price. So, you know, if you're able to do it, just do it. But buy whatever your budget enables you to buy, especially when we're referring to fractional gold pieces. It's not the best choice. Many ounce buyers will tell you, or even many people that have done it, and come time to sell, we can touch upon later on the video, but it is what it is. Buy whatever your budget's enabling you to buy. So most definitely, if you need to, you can't wait, you got to get yours anyway. So going on to a next benefit of fractional gold pieces is going to be certain coins have fantastic flip potential. And when we're talking fractional gold, it's a much smaller market than, for instance, the silver market when we're talking silver gold coins, because one gold at a higher price could mean a smaller market, but also a more niche market. When we're talking certain coins, it most definitely falls into the realm of collector pieces, so not your standard governmented pieces. And we'll talk on sizes in a minute, but there's fantastic flipping opportunities when you're looking at fractional gold coins. Some a lot better than others, you know, we're talking Libertads and etc. Certain coins go on to sell for a lot more, and they're fractional pieces that a lot of people look towards. A lot of people like to collect coins, even UK coins, in a certain size from 1/10 to 1/4 ounce upwards, that do very well, that can easily be sold on for a premium. So there is fantastic flipping opportunities in certain collector fractional pieces, and maybe not so even, you know, with the collector stamp on them. Well, I was going to refer to the Queen's Beast, but they technically do fall under a collector coin series, even though they did have an unlimited mintage. So there is great opportunities. Slim pickings, there isn't many, but there are those there. Whether you like it or not, there is coin series out there that have 1/10 ounce pieces and a little above in gold that are fantastic and do sell on for premiums when we're talking collector coins, and flipping when we're talking about gold fractional pieces. So that there is also another fantastic benefit towards fractional gold coins. And then we will get on to another fantastic benefit when we're talking about fractional gold coins, and that is that they're fantastic at gifting. You know, if you want to gift gold, not silver, and you know, everybody can recognize gold from a baby to anybody walking down the street as being extremely precious and the likes of, you're able to not, you know, lock in. I'm sure people don't like gifting 1 ounce gold coins. So you're able to buy smaller pieces and gift them. They make fantastic gifts. The Royal Mint do a lot of gift sets from the sovereigns that you're able to gift, and the likes of. And then you can even pick up these fancy razzle dazzle little smaller pieces here, so you're able to still give them the good stuff in that it's gold, but not put a whole lot into it. But you can, whoever you're gifting, it could also put them on the path towards stacking and the likes of. But it gets anybody, you know, just that little jump start. So they're fantastic gifts, and that's fractional gold pieces there. So that is going to be my benefits on fractional gold pieces. And I will give, it won't be negatives, but just a heads up when we're talking fractional gold. So some of the questions I've recently had was, people was looking at the bars, sort of fractional Valcombi bars. Now, a long time ago in a few of my videos, I did do an unboxing. I believe I picked up the PAMP fractional gold bars. I believe they was the 2.5 gram bars. They're in one of my full stack gold videos if you want to see them. But, you know, at the time I picked them up, and it was with the mindset of being able to either sell them on at a later date, thinking that they would gain a lot of traction. Now, they wasn't a bad purchase, but they wasn't as good as I thought they would have been in the long run. I did end up trading them out a long time ago, but I would say when you're looking at fractional, to be aware of my own personal thoughts and opinions here. There's many people out there that work with the fractional bars, and it does wonders for them. But me personally, the title of this video is benefits of fractional gold coins, you know, or should you be picking up fractional gold coins. I'm sticking with coins personally, especially when you're talking fractional. It's the better pick for me. So I would personally say, if once again, if you have to and you must and the deal's there, then do it. But I look more towards coins than bars when we're talking fractional pieces. That's the most definite. You know, I see there as where the pluses are. Now, another one to be wary of, and my own personal thoughts and opinions here, is what collector coins to go for. I've mentioned if you're going to be going fractional, for me, my stack needs to be collector coins over governmented bullion, because I feel it has more of an edge. But then if we're going to be talking about sizes, which what we're not doing now, I'll give my pros and cons on sizes. I display the ones I have here on show. So when we're talking something like a 0.5, so half a gram, is there a better version? Is there a better collector coin or governmented? I would say these are up in the air. In terms of market, there's not really a lot there. And what I have here is what you see. So I have these half gram elephants. There was a bit of rage for these when they first came out, but as I spoke about this mint in the past, it doesn't normally stay hot for long. They normally really go on to oversaturate the market, and I believe that's what happened here. It was a situation where they just couldn't be found at the time, but they made up for lost time and really flooded the market once they caught up with themselves. So when you're talking half a gram, my own personal pros and cons here would be, if you can get these from the dealer on sale or as close to spot as possible, then by all means lock in. And this is a collector piece here. But other than that, is it worth paying a premium for something like this? No, I own it. I wouldn't pay a premium for it again. The half gram market just isn't there. But once again, if that's all your budget allows for you, then so be it. But my own advice there is steer clear. When we're talking the 1 grams now, that's different, because the 1 gram has a large market from these guys here, the pandas. They was a late addition to the game, but they were selling like hotcakes. I believe this one still does sell for somewhat of a premium if we can get it to sync up there. There is a market for these, and the 1 gram specifically, I'd say the China pandas are leading the way there. Whether they're selling on for large premiums now is you know, 50-50. I have mentioned I'm not a big collector of pandas, but these here could be somewhat of a good play, because, you know, it's gold. It's a lot easier to tell if it's fake than silver if you're using a verifier or something like that. And it's not too large, but it's got a big enough following, whereas if you can make, depending on what you see as good, decent profits, then, you know, there could be some play here. But when you're looking at 1 gram, if you're going to be going that low, I would say something like this could be a good bet if you can find it for a good price. It would definitely, I would trump over a 1 gram any type of bar out there, whether it's a PAMP bar or Valcombi bar or something like that. I'll definitely be looking at something like this, because it has collector value added to it also. So it could make a better longer term play, and also a gift if that's what, so be it. So there is a bit of play in the 1 gram market, and this is why I still have these. I believe I could sell these for a premium right now, so they are fantastic. Going up from there, we won't go too crazy. I think we got the 1/20th ounces, if I'm not mistaken. This here, once again, I think these are good if you're picking them up in Lunas. Somebody recently asked me, they could have picked up the Lunas over standard kangaroos, I think it was, or eagles. and they were the same price. And this is when I would say go for something like this. If you can pick up a Lunar coin, be it a 1/20th or a standard, I don't believe the Eagles or Britannias go that low. This is where this fits in good, especially when you can pick them up at standard prices with not an insane premium. So the 1/20th market, this is all I have in that size. So it is what it is there also. 1/10 ounce, a very popular size when we're speaking even Britannias and standard Eagles. Now this is a good size, and a lot of collector coins come out in this size here, and it could be a very strong play because it's a size that has done well in the past. I know Libertads have also got a big range that have done well in collector coins. I would say this is a good size if you find the right collector coin. It's a good size for a lot of people coming into the market. And you've got two types of fractional buyers. You've got the real low early comers, and then you've got the, you know, mid comers. When I say low, it's just like those that a 1/10 every 3 months and the likes of. I believe you me, I speak to people like this, and there's nothing wrong with that. Gold is gold and your budget is your budget. We are all different in many different ways. So it's a good size to be getting. I'd say once again, collector coins hold the edge there for me also, but you can get Eagles and Britannias in this size also, so most definitely something to look out for. But I own both sizes here, and I think if you're gonna go low, to me personally, I think this should be the lowest that you do go. Own thoughts and opinions there. Getting up to the 1/4 ounce, you get a lot more play, a lot more variety, and a lot more where the fractional gold pickers a step above the lower ones would like to start. In this range here, you're looking at the 1/4 ounce, add the sovereign to the line, and then you get more collector coins also in that size there. Of course, if you're in the UK, I would say this is a fantastic bet because that's the whole sovereign there, because of how liquid they are. You'd be rare to find any pawn or, you know, gold and silver dealer in the UK that's going to turn you down for this, and you'll get damn near, you know, 1% below or above spot price for that. So that's always a fantastic play, even worldwide if you dislike them. And then you have a lot of the other coins that just come out in that size because they're just a fantastic choice in that size that do well. So I think the 1/4 ounce, I've mentioned in many other videos, is a fantastic starting price for someone, starting size for someone like myself when we're talking fractional. But there is a very big range there when you're talking collector and even standard gold coins. So it's my first pick for when we're going lowest when we're talking fractionals. But once again, whatever your budget allows you to get in fractional, then so be it. But this is a fantastic size when you're talking resell and even flipping. It can be somewhat easier to claw your premiums back when you're looking at fractional, especially when you're looking at sovereign. So that's another plus side there, because you already know you're paying a premium over gold. But when you can get as close to the premium overpaid back, that's the plus there. And then when you're looking at the 1/4 ounce standard Britannia or standard, you know, American Gold Eagle, even Maple Leaf, there's some fantastic plays there in the 1/4 ounce sizes. So that's definitely my choice when we're going lower. Don't have a 1/2 ounce here to show, but I mentioned in a previous video, if you've got enough clout to get into the 1/2 ounce, then, you know, I think you should be going for the big boy, and that's the whole ounce. But gonna end this one up there, guys. So it'd be fantastic to know your thoughts and opinions on fractionals. Any positives or negatives you could also add to this video. It'd be fantastic to hear. And once again, if you haven't done so already, please do go ahead and subscribe. So this has been the video there. So hey, I love it. Let me know what you think, guys, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.